When you visit the confectionery aisle in the mall or high-end supermarket and see hundreds of cakes in different shapes, colors, and frosting, how do you think they got there? You must have imagined tens of workers sweating off as they mix the batter, bake, and design. Well, this is not the case, at least not anymore. The cake industry has moved past this stage. For a second, press your imagination button and picture yourself stepping inside a giant factory where cakes move along conveyor belts as far as the eye can see. Can you see it? We are not done here, so let's stay in the factory a bit longer. Machines work tirelessly as they pour batter, bake, frost, and decorate thousands of cakes every hour. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Each cake is perfectly shaped, neatly packaged, and ready to be shipped to stores worldwide. Modern cake factories have taken baking to an entirely new level. Not long ago, cake used to take days to be ready and delivered after booking with your favorite baker. The number of tiers and flavors will determine the length of time. For example, a simple birthday cake could take 3 days, while a wedding cake with all the decor and detailing could take a week. Going by these, how long do you imagine it would take to serve a city with similar demands? Well, good news. What once took hours of manual labor in small bakeries can now be done in minutes with the help of advanced machines. Automation has transformed the industry and allowed millions of cakes to be produced with precision and efficiency daily. The variety is endless, from birthday and wedding cakes to simple snack cakes. And yet, most people never think about how these delicious cakes are made on a massive scale. But how did we get here? How did cake production evolve from simple home baking to factory made? What innovations made it possible to mass produce cakes while maintaining quality and taste? Let's look into it. Thousands of years ago, the first cake versions differed greatly from the soft, sweet treats we enjoy now. The ancient Egyptians were among the first to bake cakes by creating simple honey-sweetened bread like loaves. The Romans later improved upon this idea by developing early versions of fruitcakes and cheesecakes made with nuts, honey, and dried fruits. In medieval Europe, cakes evolved further as sugar became more widely available and bakers began experimenting with spices, butter, and alcohol. However, for centuries, cake making remained a labor-intensive process. Everything was done by hand, including mixing, kneading, and baking in firewood and coal ovens. At the time, cakes were reserved for special occasions because they required time, skill, and expensive ingredients. It wasn't like now when one could walk into any cake store to quell one's cravings. The real transformation began in the 18th and 19th centuries when the Industrial Revolution changed food production forever. The invention of new baking techniques and the mass production of refined sugar and flour made cakes more accessible. Along the line, baking powder was introduced in the mid-1800s. If you are unfamiliar with how cakes are made, baking powder not only allows cakes to rise without the need for yeast, but also simplifies the baking process by a mile. During this period, bakeries emerged in cities to supply cakes to a growing middle class. What was once considered a luxury and only eaten once in a blue moon became a common treat enjoyed by people from all walks of life. But even in bakeries, making cakes was still largely manual and required skilled bakers to mix and bake every batch. Picture for a second the kind of body ache that would be felt after mixing, baking, and frosting each batch of cake. Thankfully, the early 20th century brought a major shift with the introduction of electric mixers, gas ovens, and automated baking machines. Factories began producing cakes on a larger scale by using mechanical mixers and conveyor belts to speed up production. One of the biggest breakthroughs came in the 1920s and 1930s when mass-produced cake mixes were introduced. These made it easier for home and commercial bakeries to create consistent, high-quality cakes with minimal effort. Companies like Betty Crocker and Pillsbury took advantage of these new technologies and made cake mixes widely available to consumers. You may have wondered how this worked. Back in those days, if anyone wanted to bake a cake, they could buy the desired pack of cake mix, get home, and start baking right away. At the same time, large-scale bakeries improved their machinery and gradually reduced the need for human hands in the production process. Fast forward to today, cake production has become a high-tech wonder. Modern cake factories operate with little human intervention because computer-controlled machines now handle every process stage. Not only that, automated systems mix ingredients with perfect precision to ensure consistency in every batch. High-speed conveyor belts move cakes through massive ovens where they are baked at precise temperatures. Robotic arms then frost and decorate cakes with flawless accuracy to create designs that take skilled bakers hours to complete. One of the great advantages of factories baked cake is that the few workers who assist with certain things in the process do not go in with dirty coveralls or boots. They always make sure to clean their cloths. one-offs. The best part is that supermarkets and bakeries can stock fresh, high-quality cakes daily, while global brands ship cakes worldwide at an incredible scale. Indeed, all of that could still be difficult to imagine, and that is why we will explore the step-by-step process of automating cake making, from sourcing ingredients to the moment a cake reaches store shelves. While it is true that cake factories now use insane automation, cakes just don't materialize once they place an order. But before revealing the steps, let's learn the materials needed. Like manually made cakes, cake production in modern factories also begins with sourcing raw materials. Many professional bakers have argued that ingredient sourcing is quite important because this stage determines the outcome of cakes. For instance, buying bad flour or faulty eggs would no doubt affect the cake, no matter the level of expertise. This stage is crucial in ensuring high-quality cakes are made with consistent ingredients. Unlike home baking, where ingredients are purchased in small quantities, large cake factories work with bulk suppliers to meet the high production demands. Automation plays a big role in efficiently handling these ingredients to ensure smooth operations and product consistency. Every cake starts with basic ingredients like flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and dairy. These raw materials are sourced from various farms, mills, and production plants, depending on availability and quality standards. Flour is one of the main ingredients in cake production and is typically obtained from wheat mills that grind wheat into fine powder. Different types of flour, such as all-purpose flour, cake flour, or whole wheat flour, are used depending on the cake recipe. Then there is sugar, because what is cake without sugar? It is sourced from sugarcane or sugar beets and processed into different forms like granulated sugar, powdered sugar, and liquid sweeteners. These variations help create different cake textures and flavors. In the same vein, we have eggs as another essential ingredient, usually supplied in liquid or powdered form for large-scale production. To do this, farm poultry provides eggs in bulk, and they are processed to ensure safety and easy handling in automated systems. Also, to make a cake, we can't help but mention dairy products like milk, butter, and cream that come from dairy farms and are stored in temperature-controlled environments to maintain freshness. In addition to these primary ingredients, factories also source flavoring agents like cocoa, vanilla, and fruit extracts from different parts of the world to enhance the taste of their cakes. Since the beginning of cake automation, factories have partnered with trusted suppliers to obtain these ingredients in large quantities while ensuring they meet strict food safety and quality standards. A steady supply of raw materials is essential for uninterrupted cake production. Production delays can occur if a factory lacks key ingredients, leading to financial losses. One way factories ascertain a consistent supply is through long-term contracts with suppliers. Securing agreements with multiple vendors reduces the risk of ingredient shortages. Once a farm or company has agreed to supply a factory, selling to another organization or factory would create a bridge of contract that could become messy if the cake factories decide to sue. Additionally, incoming ingredients undergo strict quality control inspections to confirm they meet safety regulations before production. Many factories also use automated ordering systems that track ingredient levels and place orders before supplies run low. This prevents unexpected shortages and keeps production running smoothly. In case of disruptions due to weather conditions or transportation issues, factories often have backup suppliers and emergency stock in storage to avoid production delays. Once these factories carefully manage their supply chain, they can maintain efficiency, minimize waste, and meet consumer demands without interruption. Now, you're wondering how these bulk ingredients are stored and how the measuring systems are automated. This is how it goes. Once raw materials arrive at the factory, they are stored in large silos, tanks, and climate-controlled storage units. Each ingredient is handled differently to maintain its quality and freshness. Typically, flour and sugar are stored in massive silos, where automated systems transport them through enclosed pipes directly to the mixing areas. This prevents contamination and ensures precise ingredient delivery. As for eggs and dairy products, they are stored in refrigerated tanks to maintain freshness, while butter and fats are kept in temperature-controlled rooms to prevent melting. Modern cake factories rely on automated measuring systems to ensure accurate ingredient portions for each batch. Instead of human workers manually measuring flour or sugar, machines weigh and dispense ingredients with precision. This automation helps maintain consistent cake quality, reduces ingredient waste, and increases production speed. Now, here are the steps to making 1,000 cakes in factories. Step 1. Once raw materials are sourced and stored, the next step in cake factory automation is initial processing and ingredient preparation. This stage ensures that all ingredients are properly measured, mixed, and prepared for large-scale production. Unlike home baking, where ingredients are combined in small amounts, industrial cake factories use advanced machines that can handle massive quantities of ingredients with extreme precision. Automation plays a big role in this process, making it faster, more efficient, and more consistent. The key technologies involved in this stage include industrial mixers, automated egg cracking machines, and liquid ingredient dispensers. When observing this stage, careful control over ingredient ratios is also essential to produce cakes with the right texture and flavor every time. Industrial mixers are a critical part of large-scale cake production. These powerful machines can mix thousands of pounds of batter at once, as they are multiple times more efficient than traditional kitchen mixers. Unlike manual mixing, where speed and timing may vary, industrial mixers use programmed settings to ensure every batch is identical. This step removes any variations in texture or taste, which is important when producing cakes in large quantities. Some mixers are designed to operate continuously, allowing ingredients to be mixed and processed without stopping. Others are built for specific types of batter, such as those that require slower, more controlled mixing. These machines reduce mixing time while ensuring every cake has the same quality and consistency. The next step is handling eggs and liquid ingredients. This step can be time-consuming in traditional baking, but automation has made this process much faster and more efficient. Automated egg cracking machines can crack and separate thousands of eggs per hour, preventing eggshell contamination. These machines also allow factories to use only egg whites or yolks when needed to reduce waste. Liquid ingredients such as milk, oil, and flavor extracts are dispensed using automated pumps that measure precise amounts for each batch. This removes human error and guarantees that the right amount of each ingredient is added to the mix. Factories can use these machines to maintain hygiene, increase production speed, and minimize ingredient waste. Over the years, achieving consistency in cake production has been one of the biggest challenges in mass manufacturing. Even a slight variation in ingredient ratios can lead to differences in texture, taste, or appearance. To avoid this, cake factories use precise measuring systems that ensure the same formula. The flour to liquid ratio is carefully controlled to determine the softness and structure of the cake. In this regard, eggs play a key role in holding the cake together, while sugar affects the sweetness and moisture levels. The right balance of fat, such as butter or oil, is also important in achieving the perfect texture without making the cake too greasy. Every ingredient serves a purpose, and automated systems ensure they are correctly measured and mixed. By automating ingredient preparation and mixing, cake factories can almost always guarantee that every cake meets the highest quality standards. Step 2. Once the ingredients have been carefully measured and mixed, the cake production process moves to batter mixing, baking, cooling, decorating, and customization. These steps too, like the previous ones, are fully automated in modern cake factories, as they allow thousands of cakes to be produced daily with amazing speed and accuracy. From high-speed mixers to decoration techniques powered by artificial intelligence, automation is crucial in ensuring every cake is made to perfection. The first process here is batter mixing. Industrial cake factories rely on high-speed industrial mixers that can handle huge quantities of batter at once. These mixers are programmed to follow precise recipes, ensuring every cake has the same texture, flavor, and consistency. Unlike manual mixing, which can vary from batch to batch, automated mixers operate with exact timing, speed, and ingredient ratios. This mixing process is carefully controlled to prevent overmixing or undermixing. If any of this happens, it can affect the final product. Advanced mixing technology combines ingredients evenly by reducing air pockets and producing a smooth batter. Many factories use continuous mixing systems that allow batter to be produced non-stop. This way, the cake factory can produce as many as possible within a given period. Step 3. The batter is fully mixed and poured into molds or cake pans before moving into the baking stage. Baking in an industrial cake factory cannot be compared to a home oven. Instead of small trays, cakes are baked in massive conveyor ovens that simultaneously handle hundreds or thousands of cakes. Sometimes manually baked cake could become soggy or unevenly baked. With these automated ovens, you don't have to worry, as these ovens are engineered to operate at carefully controlled temperatures that will ensure each cake is evenly baked from the inside out. Step 4. The conveyor system moves cakes through different heating zones, allowing precise temperature adjustments to create a golden, fluffy texture. These high-tech ovens can bake multiple cake sizes and shapes at once, reducing the time it takes to produce large batches. Some modern cake factories also use steam injection ovens, which help retain moisture and improve the cake's softness. Step 5. After the cakes are baked, they must be cooled properly before proceeding to the next step. Cooling is just as important as every other step in cake making. Too warm cakes can become soggy or lose shape when decorated. Instead of traditional cooling racks, modern factories use automated conveyor cooling systems that gradually allow cakes to reach the ideal temperature. These conveyor belts move cakes through different cooling zones to release the heat evenly. Some systems use cold air circulation to speed the cooling process, while others rely on controlled room temperatures to prevent cakes from drying out. The cooling process is then carefully timed to prevent condensation, which can affect the cake's texture and appearance. Step 6. Once the cakes are fully cooled, they are ready for the next stage, which is the almighty decoration. If cakes are well baked with the right ingredients and flavors but have tacky or poor decoration, the cake will be ruined. Not only will it not attract customers, but the cake factories will also lose tons of money. Decorating cakes in a high-speed production environment requires a lot of care, so robotic arms apply frosting, sprinkles, and delicate designs. These robotic systems can decorate hundreds of cakes per hour, far more than any number of human workers can achieve by hand. The machines are programmed with different decorating styles that allow them to create uniform designs or complex patterns depending on the cake's purpose. Now, how does this work? High-pressure nozzles apply smooth layers of frosting, while automated sprinklers add toppings with the perfect distribution. Some factories even use 3D mapping technology to scan cakes before decorating so that each cake receives the correct design, whether a simple layer of icing or an elaborate multi-tiered cake. Robotic decorators can handle the task quickly and accurately. Step 7. Besides standard decoration, many cake factories now offer customized cakes using artificial intelligence-based printing and icing technology. This allows factories to produce cakes with personalized messages, images, or different patterns that the customer has requested. These modern machines can print edible images directly onto cakes using food-safe ink to create detailed pictures or logos with high precision. Customization is especially popular for birthday, wedding, and corporate event cakes, where customers want a unique design. Some machines also allow for automated writing with icing, which ensures that each name or message is perfectly written without human error. This level of customization allows cake factories to cater to individual preferences while maintaining large-scale production. Step 8. After the baking and frosting process, another important step in cake-making automation is meeting high standards of quality and safety. Some will opine that there is no cake factory automation without quality control and safety measures. With thousands of cakes being produced daily, factories must rely on advanced automation to maintain consistency and eliminate errors. In addition, strict food safety measures are in place to prevent contamination and ensure that every cake is safe for consumption. Advanced scanning systems are one of the most important technologies used in quality control. These systems use high-speed cameras, lasers, and infrared sensors to inspect cakes as they move through the production line. The scanners check for imperfections such as cracks, uneven surfaces, or missing decorations. If a cake does not meet the required standards, the system automatically removes it from the line to prevent defective products from reaching customers. Some scanning systems also use X-ray technology to detect hidden structural flaws that could cause cakes to break or collapse. This level of precision helps factories maintain a consistent product, ensuring that every cake looks and tastes as expected. In addition to scanning systems, robotic vision and artificial intelligence technology play a major role in quality control. These advanced systems can analyze cakes in real time by checking for size, shape, color, and texture. The machines are programmed to compare each cake to a preset standard to ensure no variations in the final product. If a cake is slightly underbaked or has uneven frosting, the system flags it for removal or correction. Cake factories' automation uses artificial intelligence for faster and more accurate quality control than human inspection. Some robotic vision systems can even adjust production settings. If they detect an issue repeatedly, they can modify mixing, baking, or decorating processes to correct the problem. Food safety is another key concern in cake factories, and automation has significantly reduced contamination risks. Unlike traditional bakeries, where human hands touch ingredients and finish products multiple times, industrial cake factories rely on automated systems that handle most of the process with little to no human contact. This reduces the likelihood of bacteria, allergens, or foreign particles contaminating the cakes. Factories follow strict food safety standards, including good manufacturing practices, hazard analysis and critical control points, and international food safety regulations. Automated machines are regularly sanitized, and production areas are kept at controlled temperatures to prevent bacterial growth. Ingredients are stored in sealed, contamination-free environments and automated dispensers to ascertain that each ingredient is measured and mixed under hygienic conditions. Step 9. Just like manual cake making, the whole point is to distribute and supply to customers, after which the packaging has been done. Packaging and distributing cakes is an important part of the cake making process, and automation has transformed this aspect to ensure that cakes reach customers quickly and in perfect condition. Let's look at what automated packaging and distribution look like. Once a cake has passed through the baking, cooling, and frosting stages, it must be packaged to maintain its freshness and prepare for shipment. Automated packaging lines have made this process faster and more efficient. Cakes can be wrapped, labeled, and sealed in just a few seconds to save time and reduce human error. For this process, some machines can handle different packaging tasks with accuracy. For example, cake wrapping machines automatically place each cake in protective material, such as plastic wrap or cardboard boxes. These machines work at high speeds to wrap cakes one after the other in a seamless, continuous process. This speeds up production and ensures the cakes are securely packed for transportation. The next step after this is the labeling. These systems print out important details such as the cake's name, ingredients, and expiration date to inform customers exactly what they are buying. Labels are applied automatically to each package to eliminate the need for manual labor and ensure that every product is properly labeled with the correct information. Finally, cakes are sealed tightly to prevent damage or contamination during shipping. The sealing machines ensure that each cake is secured, fresh, and safe for delivery. With these automated systems, cake packaging has become a quick and smooth process that allows factories to package large quantities of cakes in a fraction of the time it would take by hand. Step 10. It's time to get the cakes to customers. The logistics of mass cake distribution involves several stages, ensuring that cake rackets, bakeries, and fast food chains are in perfect condition. The first of these steps is the warehousing process. Once cakes are packaged, they are stored in large warehouses before being distributed to various locations. These warehouses are strategically located to reduce transportation costs and ensure quick store delivery. Depending on the size of the factory, multiple warehouses may be spread across the region, and sometimes even globally, to ensure that cakes reach different markets. Once the cakes are ready for delivery, they are transported to distribution centers or directly to stores and food outlets. This is where the logistics process becomes considerably more intricate. Factories usually collaborate with substantial logistics companies focusing on supply chain management. These firms possess the expertise and resources to navigate transportation complexities, ensuring that products are delivered on time and cost effectively. Regarding delicate items such as cakes, the stakes are even higher. Proper handling during transport is crucial to prevent damage or spoilage. Each cake needs to be packed securely, often in specially designed containers that can withstand the rigors of shipping while maintaining the product's integrity. Advancements in logistics technology have significantly streamlined this entire operation. For instance, sophisticated tracking systems have emerged, allowing manufacturers and logistics teams to monitor the location and condition of each batch of cakes in real time. This capability helps ensure that the cakes reach their intended destination and provides peace of mind throughout the transportation process. If there are any delays or issues during transit, teams can respond swiftly, making adjustments as needed to maintain the quality and freshness of the product. Careful coordination and timely communication between factories and logistics providers are key to successfully navigating these challenges and ensuring the cakes arrive in perfect condition. Another important aspect of cake distribution is ensuring that cakes remain fresh during shipping. This is where the role of refrigerated trucks becomes crucial. Cakes, particularly those with cream fillings, delicate frostings, or fresh fruit toppings, are highly perishable and sensitive to temperature changes. If not kept cool, they can spoil quickly, leading to an unpleasant taste or food safety issues. Refrigerated trucks are specifically designed with advanced temperature control systems that help maintain a consistent, cool environment. These trucks regulate the temperature to ensure that the cakes stay at the optimal level for freshness, often between 34 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the specific requirements of each product. This careful monitoring during transit is essential for preserving the quality of the cakes as they make their way to retail stores, bakeries, or distribution centers. In addition to the trucks, refrigerated warehouses play a significant role in this cold supply chain. Before shipping, cakes are often stored in climate-controlled conditions to ensure they remain in perfect condition before delivery. Warehouses can accommodate large quantities of cakes, keeping them at the right temperature until they are ready to be dispatched. Together, refrigerated trucks and warehouses form a vital network that protects the cake's integrity and ensures that customers receive them in the freshest state possible. This attention to detail helps bakeries and retailers build customer trust and satisfaction. In addition to trucks, cakes are stored in refrigerated warehouses before they are shipped out. These warehouses are designed to maintain the perfect temperature for cakes to preserve their freshness. Here, it's not just about keeping cakes cool. Humidity levels must also be controlled to prevent cakes from drying out or becoming soggy. Undoubtedly, cake factories have come a long way from traditional bakeries, where cakes are made by hand in small batches. Today, automation has transformed the industry and allowed factories to produce thousands of cakes daily with unbelievable speed and exactness. Automation has also had a huge impact on affordability and availability. When cakes are handmade, they tend to be more expensive due to the degree of manpower involved. Cakes that were once considered luxury items can now be found at affordable prices in supermarkets, bakeries, and restaurants. Mass production has made high-quality and delicious cakes accessible to more people while reducing waste and improving sustainability. Nonetheless, these advancements have not taken away the creativity and artistry of cake making. With this information, when you next see cake in your favorite store or restaurant, you can stop to admire the incredible technology behind it. Which of these steps fascinates you most? Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Before you go, click on the video displayed on your screen.